Hey guys, welcome to our video today where I'm going to teach you some really cool tips and commands that you can teach your dogs so that you have much more enjoyable walks off the lead. So if that sounds like something that you need to learn, then stay tuned. Hey guys, I'm Anna and this is Bella and our YouTube channel is Pitch&Paws. Today I wanted to do a little video showing you all the commands that I've taught Bella, which has made walking our dog so much easier. Now, I'm not an expert, I'm not a dog trainer. Bella is the first dog that I have owned. I've had dogs throughout my childhood, but she's the first one that I'm responsible for. So I wanted to make sure that I taught her some commands that I knew I could rely on and use if I needed to. So I'm going to show you what those are today. Now I should point out, Bella is a 1.5 years old and she's a working Cocker Spaniel. I would say she is moderately well behaved. She's definitely very trainable. I'm going to let her off now so she can go and explore and I'll keep talking to you. All right, go explore. Now, it's important here for me to recognize that every dog is different, every owner is different, every situation is different. So some of the stuff that I'm doing with Bella might not work for you guys. That's absolutely fine. You can still try it and give it a go and let me know if it works. Enough about me, let's get on with the skills. So, the first skill starts from the beginning, which is wait. 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 So I use this when we open the boot up for a walk. I unzip her crate and I say wait. This is the perfect opportunity for me to clip her lead on. Or I'll scout the area. If there's no one around, no threats, I will just command her to get out of the car. Okay. So you can do that with her lead on or with it off, depending on what's going on around you at the time. Okay, so the second trick we're gonna do is touch. This one is my go-to. I use it all of the time. Basically, I use it when Bella is too far away and I want to get her back to me as quickly as possible. It's real simple. The idea is Bella needs to put her nose on my hand and touch is the cue to make that happen. And I make it quite dramatic when I put my hand down so that she can see it from quite far away. It's a really good way to get your dog to come back to you. They know that when you see your palm, they've got to come running and they're going to get a treat. So let me try it. Touch. Yes, touch. Good girl, Bella. And from here, I could clip her on the lead, or I could grab her collar, or I could try to keep her attention on me with treats. So it's really handy if you've got cyclists coming past or people with kids and she's a little bit further away and I need to get her back to me quickly. The third skill I'm going to show you is stop. Now this is a really crucial skill to know that your dog can do in situations where you need her to stop still and not move. For example, she's run off and she's crossed onto the other side of the road and now there's traffic coming. You don't want to do touch and call her back to you so that she crosses the road. You want her to stay where she is and you're going to come to her. Now I need to practice this one a little bit more with Bella. She hasn't quite got the hang of it. But the premise is when I put my hand up and I say stop, she's going to stop in her tracks. Ideally she'll sit and wait for me. And then I'll go to her and then she can be released. Our dog trainers had a really good way of teaching this, which is basically you wait for the dog to naturally be starting to walk towards you. And then with your ball or your treat, you're going to raise your hand and shout stop, and then you're going to throw it behind them. And then you do it enough times so that when they see your hand go up, they're going to be expecting something to be thrown behind them, so there's no point of them continuing in that same direction. So you'll see they'll stop and they might even walk backwards a little bit. So the first time you do it, you're just going to say stop and you're going to throw the treat straight away. Then when they're starting to get the hang of it, you're going to say stop, wait, and then you're going to throw the treat. And then the next progression from there is to say stop, wait, and then you're going to walk towards them and give them a treat. Like I said, we still need to do some practice with Bella on this, but I'll try and show it to you the best that I can. Okay, so we have 2 more skills to show you. Bella is not very good on the lead. She pulls quite a lot, so we had to work very hard to try and stop that. So that was the first part, trying to stop her from pulling on the lead. And the way that we would do this is, as we were walking, as she started to pull in front of us, we would turn around and start coming back the opposite direction. and then continue in the way that we want it to go. So that was the first part, just getting Bella to walk nicely on the lead. And then we practiced this enough, and the way we would practice it is we would do it in small chunks on our walk. We wouldn't expect her to walk nicely on the lead the whole way. We'd put her on the lead for a little bit, we'd train her on the lead, and then I would let her off, run wild again. Now I'm not tugging on the lead to do this. My lead is nice and loose. I'm just using my voice in a calm way to get her to do what I want. Yes, yes. The next step from here is, as they're walking next to you, you're going to be dropping treats at intervals, and then eventually you're going to progress those intervals so they're longer and longer. I point down and I say here, because that gets her to where she needs to be, right next to my right foot. And then I say walk as we start to move. And if she starts to stray off, I say here and back, and we continue. So you can do walk on the lead and off the lead. Most of the time I do it off the lead because it takes me longer to bend down, clip her on, and then unclip her. And sometimes it's just a short moment that I need her to be right next to me when someone passes, or we come up to another dog, or there's children. That being said, I would put her on the lead if I felt like there was a safety concern, or if there was someone approaching who was obviously really scared of dogs, because the other person's going to feel a bit safer that the dog is on the lead and it's not going to suddenly come running up to them. Okay, so we've done stop, we've done wait, we've done walk, we've done touch, and the last one is a little bonus one, which it's called, I call it find it, or where is it, and essentially it's a really good skill to have in a moment of panic where something's happened, maybe you've fallen over, you're injured, you don't have a lead, you don't have a way to get hold of your dog and control them. It just buys you a little bit of extra time. You're going to reach into your treat pouch, grab a couple of treats and scatter them nearby, in the long grass, in the wood, in the gravel, and then you're going to say, find it, where is it? Get your dog excited about trying to find those treats. In the meantime, while they're distracted sniffing out the treats, you can get your lead, or maybe you need to attend to a child for a second, and you know that your dog is going to be there for a few extra seconds while you can compose yourself. And then you can choose to go in and get them by the collar and put their lead back on, or perhaps everything has calmed down and they can just continue sniffing and exploring on their own. Those are my 5 skills that I think every dog owner needs to learn so that their walks can be much more enjoyable on the lead and off the lead. Now, I should probably say that obviously each dog is different. Finding a really good treat as well that your dog loves is definitely going to help. For me, we use cut up hot dogs. Sometimes we use cut up peppers. One thing that we don't use is kibble or dry biscuits or dry treats, because Bella is out and about sniffing on a long walk. She's going to be thirsty. The last thing she's going to want is a dry biscuit. So find what works for your dog. Maybe they don't like treats, they like a toy instead as a reward. So let me show you all the tricks that we've done today, but using Bella's favorite tennis ball. So the first one, touch, touch. Good girl. All right, Bella, touch. Good girl, go get it. So you can do walk with a tennis ball as well. I'm going to hold the tennis ball here, walk. Good girl, yes, Bella. Yes. Good girl. I hit her on the head with it, did you see that? Stop, so I can do this with a ball as well. Wait. Where is it? Find it. You can also do find it with it. Find it. You can also use a ball when you've got her on the lead, but instead of throwing the ball really far away, I'm just going to do kind of like a little catch for her. So we're going to walk. Good girl. And as a reward, catch. Yes! Those little acrobatic flips there. Touch. Touch. There we go, catch. Good girl. So this is a way that you can train your dog up. Have her on a lead first. You can get a really long lead and play with the ball. You don't have to be throwing the ball miles away for it to still be rewarding for your dog. So that's how you can use a tennis ball instead of treats to reward your dog. I need to give a special shout out to Zach George. He is a YouTube dog trainer. If you need to learn how to do any of these skills, start with him. Or if you're local to Southampton, Hampshire area, the dog trainer that we used when Bella was a puppy was called Good Old Dog Training. both really good dog trainers, and they can show you how to do those skills properly, because like I said, I'm no expert. I'm just telling you the skills that I've taught Bella that make our walks so much better. Also, I should mention, if you like Bella's snazzy lead and collar, I actually made this myself, and I tried to film the whole thing so that you can make one as well. Check out those videos if you're interested. And I guess the final thing for me to say is I hope you have a good walk. I hope that your dogs are enjoying it and you are enjoying it as well. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment if these tips helped you out. Thank you and goodbye. Oh no. Okay, so I'm Anna. So enough about me, let's...
Alright.
Did you drop your ball again?
Yeah, you're right.
So that there... No!